Chapter 110. Kenji began introducing the men at the table one by one. All of them owned big companies and had a high net worth. Kenji then asked, "What would you like to start with, buddy?" "Anything works. Your call," Wilbur replied calmly. Kenji nodded with a smile. "Let's go with blackjack then. It's an easy game. Are you alright with that, buddy?" "Of course. I like blackjack too." Kenji waved a hand, and two bodyguards brought 4 boxes over at once. They opened them and put them on the table. All the bases were filled with cash. Kenji said, "Each of us has $1 million. You can swipe your cards now." The 3 people took their credit cards out, tapping them on the payment terminal one of the ladies was holding. Wilbur took a card out as well, doing the same. The bodyguards distributed the cash, $1 million per person. There were 5 people including Kenji, and the game began. The dealer took out a deck of cards, as well as a machine to ensure that the cards were real. Kenji said, "This place has no signal at all, gentlemen. It's to ensure your safety, but also to make sure we have a good time with no interruptions. Please put away your phones." The other 3 men said nothing, taking their phones out. Wilbur did the same. The bodyguard collected all the phones and stored them away. The game started after that, with a starting bet of $10,000. Wilbur pushed a stack of money forward, and the dealer put the cards out. Time ticked by, and Wilbur had some wins and loses. At around midnight, someone brought in supper. Everyone ate their supper and the game continued. All of a sudden, Wilbur's luck was suddenly not doing so well. He seemed to be on a losing streak and lost all of his money within the next hour. Wilbur seemed a little anxious and tossed his card out. "Another million, please?" Kenji smiled and handed the cash to Wilbur at once. The game continued. However, Wilbur's luck seemed to be getting worse. This time, his money was gone in just half an hour. He was getting desperate and swiped another $2 million. His bets were also growing bigger and bigger. Yet another hour passed, and all his money was once again gone. "Another million!" Wilbur called out. Kenji glanced at the bodyguard purposefully, who swiped Wilbur's card again. This time, however, there was no money left on his card. Kenji said, "Buddy, I think you've hit your limit with this card of yours." "Huh?" Wilbur said in a daze. It was only then that he realized he had lost $4 million. Sweat beaded at Wilbur's forehead, and he seemed to begin to panic. Kenji saw that and flashed a dark smile. "Do you maybe want to use a different card, buddy?" "I only brought this one with me," Wilbur mumbled. Kenji beamed. "Oh, that's quite all right. Just tell me how much you need, and I'll lend you the money." "Really?" Wilbur was overjoyed. Kenji nodded. "Of course. I'll have to take some interest though." "How much?" Wilbur asked. Kenji said, "Anyone who plays regularly enough knows the rules, 20% every month." Wilbur frowned. A 20% interest rate would be an extra $200,000 per month. However, he was on a losing streak and was desperate to turn things over. "That's fine. I'll take $2 million. Kenji was overjoyed. "Sure. I'll need you to sign a promissory note if you don't mind."